For this video, we'll be looking at the anterior muscles of the trunk. To start, we have this large covering here, which is our external abdominal oblique. Just deep to that, shown on this side, is our internal abdominal oblique. The layering here is where the names come from and will be helpful in knowing the difference between the two. It can also be helpful to note that the external abdominal oblique tends to point in and down, while the internal abdominal oblique tends to point in and up. This line here that separates the abdominal region from the leg is called the inguinal ligament, which you again can see here. It is better distinguishable on leg models, which we'll see in the future. The rectus abdominis is here and is commonly referred to as the abs. This line that runs down the middle of the rectus abdominis is the linea alba. Moving superior, we have this large muscle here that is the pectoralis major. And if you go deep to that, which we can see on the other side, we can find the pectoralis minor here. Inferior to that, we have the anterior portion of our serratus anterior. These small muscles between the ribs are the intercostal muscles. The outer ones shown here are the external intercostals and are more superficial and tend to point in and down, just like the external abdominal oblique. The internal intercostals here are more deep and generally tend to point in and up. If we take off this portion of the model, we can see the transverse abdominis here, which is very deep, so inside of the model. The striations for this tend to point medially, and this muscle layer is just deep to the internal abdominal oblique. Now that this portion has been removed, we can see this small muscle here, just below the kidney, is the Quadratus lumborum, and that concludes our muscles of the trunk.